Hello everyone, it's Evie here. Welcome back to the channel. Before we begin, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and don't forget to join the Discord down below and our Blue Sky as well. And we'll get straight into today's video. Shall we? So I want to talk about, hate and toxicity and how it can affect others. And and yeah, so in my experience with people kind of being toxic towards me for being trans, with being an autistic 20-year-old trans woman. And from my experience within, people who have been toxic towards me in the gaming community hasn't been good. Because no one likes to deal with toxicity, right? So, yeah. That's one thing that, I don't like. It's the fact that people feel they need to be this toxic individuals and judge others based on their gender identity or just their way of life. And it's like, so you're gonna judge me on how I've been living my life. But that makes no sense. Because if you're just gonna do that, then you don't really give anyone else really a chance at all. It's like I hope you know that you're not really giving anyone a given chance to be this toxic individual. Like, I don't see any, anything good coming from being this toxic individual that's just gonna be just all hated on and just gonna be ignored. Because like, no one likes, to deal with, toxic people, because it ruins our day. It ruins the fun of like of the games that we cherish. Like, I know the game that I play, actually, Brawlhalla, it's such a toxic place, because if you've been to like our live streams when we do them, it's like you always hear me talk about the Brawlhalla community and how I haven't had the best experience and how I had to block over like 400 people because of their toxicity and hate and their annoyance of the fact that I'm bad at the game. And it's like, it doesn't even matter. Like, it doesn't even matter in the first place. Like, matter if someone's good or bad at a video game. At the end of the day, right? If someone wants to be just have fun playing the game, not caring for the skill of it at all, then why should you ruin their fun and enjoyment of the game that's either free or they bought it with their own money? And it's like you legit ruined the whole point of what video games are by being toxic. And not only in gaming as well. Like, my experience has only been in gaming itself, but never like IRL, thankfully. Like, I wouldn't know how I would really be if someone wants to be toxic towards me for being a toxic person, because of the fact that it's such a wild mindset to have. I mean, not mindset, but like think about could happen, you know. And that's something that because early, like a couple hours ago today, I ran into this person that no, it's toxic, it's all hell. Like he was like, yeah, but like, I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, you should know better to be that toxic person because of the fact that I told you how many times. It's like people don't see their own ignorance in time to really understand how their toxicness can really affect us. Because it's like if you can't see how your own attitude affects others, that is not on me. But just straight up not on me. That's on them. Because of the fact that they decided to wake up and chose to be toxic. Like this person was like, yeah, but like you're trans, and talked about basket, and it's like, good. You said you're decent, meaning I wouldn't want to have you. And it's like, oh, so just because someone isn't as good as you, all of a sudden that means that you have to be this toxic individual that's willing to waste other people's time. That doesn't really seem fair. It seems to be unfair in my book. Because it's like, so you telling me that you would rather be toxic, hurtful, spiteful, rude, and any other word what that means, rude, toxic, and spiteful, pretty much. Just because someone isn't, it's like, that's the one thing that I feel like we can all agree on, that toxicity is just the worst thing to do. But it's like, you're only benefiting yourself, no one else. It's like, if you're just gonna laugh at how someone sounds, how someone speaks, or like they're not and be like, I can't believe he went from being a man to being a woman. I can't believe that you couldn't handle. Like, no, reason why I couldn't handle because of it would have led to depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts and suicidal attempts. And to be honest, no one wants to deal with that. So really, being all toxic and spiteful, if someone is trans or LGBTQIA plus or Down syndrome or is on the autism spectrum, and that said person decides to make fun of you or anyone for that, their life just like, I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, it makes no sense. Because like, it's like, then like, what's the point of like life then? Because not everyone is the same. Not everyone is the exact same person. And guessing they can't handle people who are different. Because we also had discussion on live stream where it was like, if you're not a straight cis white male or cis male, that people are just gonna, hate you and hate you and hate you and just treat you like a pile of trash, pretty much. And that's something that I just don't understand. It's like, if you're gonna treat people like that, then maybe people should start treating, I don't know, people like that the same way, then they get to have the taste of their own medicine. That's in time to be a cycle over and over again. Like, something that I wish was possible just to like remove hate wasn't for all, but sadly it's not. But like, it's something that like makes me like wonder if it is possible to like to, you know, help to stop hate, but I know it's not. Like, I just don't get why people need to feel the need to wake up, eat breakfast, then like hop on the internet or whatever, just to be toxic. It's like you don't really benefit in anyone. You're only benefiting yourself, and that's it. Like, no one likes to deal with a toxic person or playing the favorite video games. Like, that's why I take breaks from playing Brawlhalla, because of the fact that they'll play a base and that's too much. It's like, you can't handle someone is trans, or if someone's bad at the game that you play, then it's not your fault. They're trying their best. It's that I'm not mechanically, meaning that it's hard for me to learn games like Brawlhalla or Smash Bros. Or Mortal Kombat, because it's something that hard for me to really learn and to really understand. And by making fun of said people for not being able to understand, or for really, or being able to really learn at the same speed that you or that person's able to, learn stuff. You just gonna make the person feel bad and be like, it's not my fault. It takes a long time for me to learn anything new. Like, I'm really trying my best here. It's the fact that it's something like I can't really help. Like, if you're just gonna make fun of me for that, then I'm not at fault. You're gonna keep doing. If you're gonna keep doing this, then eventually you're gonna get yourself in trouble. But it's like what's the point? Because if you keep being toxic, you're gonna end up being toxic to the one person. And then you might get your ass beat, or get yourself in jail for being dumb and being irresponsible with your attitude, and now you treat others. It's like, if you think it's okay to treat others disrespectfully, then I guess it's okay for them to treat you with hate, right? Because how I see it, it's like, is that in life, it's like, if you're gonna treat others like absolute crap, absolute shit, right? Then I'm guessing you can't really handle. Guessing that said person can't really handle anyone that's actually nice and respectful and understanding. Because of the fact that someone is either trans or gay or whatever, or for the LGBTQIA plus community, and then they go, oh, let me just treat this person like trash real quick, because for whatever reason they think that it's an okay thing to be and stuff like that. And yeah, like, it's something that makes me kind of makes me think like it could have just been you know better, right? Like, could it's been better. I don't know if it's cheating or not, but yeah, I feel like it's a little bit too much, so I'm just gonna go. And yeah, like, people should learn to treat others with as much respect as possible, because of the fact that being respectful is way much better than being rude. I tell you that. Because then you be able to make friends easier, and people want how they want vibes about you. It's gonna be about being able to be respectful and being able to be understandable and be empathetic. And it's something that I strive to be that way. But it's like if you could just kind of be this, you know, toxic type of person that's gonna be rude. They're not gonna be really making the right type of friends. You're gonna make a friend that's definitely gonna lead you to the wrong side of life. Meaning, like, gonna represent you to be breaking the law, robbing, doing harm towards others, hacking. It's like you're not gonna be making a right to friends who can tell you truthfully that you're in the wrong and you just stop. Because in the long run, it's like you gonna end up getting yourself in trouble with the police, and it's not really worth being toxic at all. Like truly, it's not. Like there's no roles of being toxic. Like you're just gonna make people hate you. Truthfully, it's like if you see all around you that people just treat others like shit, and then all of a sudden you think, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Then maybe think to yourself, why do people like to be toxic? Because their life is just miserable and sad, and you know, yeah, like something that people just need to really learn is that being toxic isn't really worth it. It's really not, because in the long run, it's like what's really the whole point of being this toxic individual that's just going to treat others like rats, right? Because from my point of view, or POV, is that no one deserves to be hated on unless if they did something bad, or like they're all just an awfully awful person. Because in the long run, it's like, what's the point? Like, what's really the whole point of being this toxic type of person? Oh wait, there's nothing wrong with it. There's, I'm, I didn't think about that. There's something wrong with you being toxic, horrible, rude, hurtful, and mean towards others. Because no one wants to deal with that. No one wants to deal with that at all. No one wants to deal with someone that's gonna go up to you and be like, oh, look at you. Look at how short you are because you probably have dwarfism or probably Down syndrome or have autism because of your lisp. Your life is struggling. It's like if you assume someone's life struggling based on their disabilities, based on how they look, how they sound, how they act, based on their identity, you just nah. And then just end up being like even a creep and being like, this is another form of being toxic too. It's asking the question, do you have a dick or a vagina? It's like, really? Like it's like, really? Like, do you really need to know someone's private parts? Be able, like, yeah, because like you can't be a woman with a dick. It's like, that's people who are closed-minded, not my perspective. I'm a woman that has one, and there's nothing wrong with being a woman with a dick or without one. Be proud of who you are. As long as you're a nice, wonderful, respectful, supportive person that's willing to help others, then I'll be gladly to be your friend. But if you are a toxic, negative thinking, closed-minded, homophobic, transphobic person, I will never be friends with someone like that. Never, ever, ever. If you are proud to be who you are when it comes to being LGBTQIA plus, as long as you're nice, respectful, understanding, and supportive, I'll be your friend. But again, being rude, toxic, homophobic, transphobic, never. Never, ever, 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 ever. Because there's no room in my life to befriend someone like that, because I thought it was too many, and all I did was ruin my mental health. And it also can ruin people's mental health. It's by anyone being toxic, homophobic, transphobic, and just rude and toxic in general. Because no one wants to deal with someone that's gonna wake up in the morning and think, today's gonna be a good day to be toxic and homophobic as hell. And just be rude to people based on their disabilities, their gender identities, and their sexual orientation, and how good you are at a video game. Because, like, is it really that important to you in your life to the point you need to feel the need to be toxic and rude all the time just to prove that I'm better than you, and the fact that you suck at this game. It's like if you're 17 or 18 years old and you're acting like that, or even 20, or even older than and you're acting like that, then you need help. Like it's not me. It's like, bruh, you can't just like go up to someone or message someone actually on PlayStation or on Steam or on Discord or whatever and be like, hey, you suck. I can't believe you're not as good as me at this game. It's like, I'm only playing this game for the fun of it. I'm not even trying to play the game that serious. If you really think that, being good at a video game really mattered that much, then I'll be gladly tell you, gladly block you and stuff like that. Because if someone's been toxic towards me on Xbox, I try to report it. Because that should not be something that should be allowed. Because it's like, what's the point? Like, what's really the whole point of being toxic? Nothing. There's really no point of being this toxic individual that's willing to be rude towards others. Because it's like, you legit get nothing out of it. Like, you legit get nothing out of it, for one. At that point, you might as well just, like, keep your mouth up before, like, you get yourself in even more trouble. Because, like, it's not okay to hurt others' feelings for your own gain. That's what makes your life, that's what makes yourself feel better. It's like, at that point, you being a sponge taking others' feelings away, that's for your own enjoyment, that's for your own gain. It's like, really? Is this really like the age that we're living in? Or the generation we're living in? Was it perfectly fine to be this toxic, transphobic, homophobic, rude type of energy towards others? Just to make others feel unsafe around us? Around you? Or whatever? Like, it makes no sense to be toxic. Like what is there to gain by being toxic? There's nothing. Like, this truly is nothing to gain. The only thing to gain by being toxic is people to hate you and to just not be able to really be friends with you. And then also, on top of that, if you're being toxic at your job, you're gonna get fired. Straight up fired, because no one wants to deal with someone that's rude, toxic, and transphobic and homophobic. No one wants to deal with that. No one wants to deal with someone that's gonna make others feel unsafe around them. And that is just facts. Proving facts. Because, like, Rude's gonna be this toxic individual. Right? That's just going to make things worse and worse and worse for themselves by being toxic. That's fine. Because then sooner than later they're gonna end up going to jail or getting themselves slapped, punched, or knocked out multiple times until they learn. Because apparently a lot of people these days love to be rude and toxic if someone's just different than them. And that's something that, like, we don't stand on this channel, by the way. That's something that we do not stand for on this channel. Is toxicity. We try our best to be as understanding, nice, and respectful as possible. The Discord community is a really, really friendly community to be a part of. I will not endorse or allow any hate or toxicity of any kind at all. If you see toxicity coming from anyone, you tell me on the spot, or tell one of the mods that you feel unsafe, and then we can be, then we can get that taken care of. Because we want to make sure that people feel safe, not unsafe. And stuff like that, because it's not really worth being toxic in the first place. Like, truly, it's not. Like, it's not worth being toxic at all. Like, it's truly not. I hate toxic people. It's like, what's the point of being toxic? You know, like, I don't see the appeal of being toxic at all. Like, I really don't. The appeal of being toxic at all. Like, it's something that like I don't really like seeing. Until it's like, if you were just gonna be this like toxic person, then you know, guessing saying that it's harder to make friends when you're toxic all the time. Because I wouldn't want to be friends with someone that's toxic. Like I really wouldn't. I'm sorry, but I can't really see myself being toxic because people like I really just wish people would just were nicer, you know? But then in the long run, it's like at least people are able to see how the accents can affect others. Like it's something that like something that like really just drives my gear. That people that think that oh, it's perfectly fine to to be betrayed. It's not. Like if people say to you, "Oh, it's fine to be," it's not. It's not okay to be this toxic individual because of the fact that you only just make things worse. Like, really just worse and stuff like that. Like no one wants to deal with something like that, right? Like no one does. Like no one likes to deal with people who are toxic all the time. Like it's something that I try to stay away from as much as possible because of the fact that it is a straight up annoying to deal with. And the fact that people need to learn to, accept others for who they are and not be spiteful or hateful. Because you're not gonna really gain anything from being toxic. Like, there's no gain from being toxic at all. Like, that's the way I see things. It's like, you're just gonna be this toxic individual that's gonna be like, today I just feel I need to be this toxic, then realize that, you know, your life is not gonna be as fun or as enjoyable. Because like no one likes to be like, oh yeah, today. Like I wouldn't be like today. I feel like being toxic. It's like why? Like what's the whole thing? It's like if you need to feel the need to be toxic towards people for being different, then that's not really unknown. It's more on you for deciding to be toxic. Like that's the one thing that like I just don't understand is that people think that being toxic is a good way to be in life, and it's not. But it's like you are legit wasting others' time and just making others feel worse about themselves in the long run. But it's like if you're just gonna make others feel worse about themselves, then yeah. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yeah, like I just wish that people weren't as toxic or hateful and spiteful. Because no one wants to deal with that. Like no one wants to deal with that at all. Because it's like, what's really the whole point of being this spiteful person all the time? Like there's like really no, you know, there's no game. Like from it at all. Like do you think that people are gonna respect you afterwards? And do you think people want to hire someone that's always toxic 24/7, 365? No. No one wants to hire someone like that. But it's like, but it's straight up just messed up. But it's like, you pretty much telling the person that, oh, I don't respect you because of the fact that they are just different in a sense. But like, yeah, I don't respect you because of the fact that you know you are this spiteful person and stuff like and to me like that everyone says like, oh, so you would rather be this spiteful type of person than actually willing to help out others. It's like it makes no sense at all. Like, and I think this video is gonna end once this build is finished. And yeah, I think I'm gonna break down these walls, these, and then be done with. I don't know, but like, no one likes to deal with someone that's always toxic, always have to be like in someone's like face all the time, you know? But it's like, there's really no point of that at all. Like there's really no point of that. Like, there's like really no point in that anyway, because it's like, what's the point of trying to prove that to your friends that I'm the toxic person? It just makes no sense. Like, it makes zero sense to be this toxic individual that's just gonna be rude towards people. It doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make much sense really in the long run. Like, if you ever question your like why people don't like you or don't like the way you act towards a certain minority group, like I don't understand why people hate the LGBTQIA plus community so much. Because it's like, you've done nothing wrong, you've only been existing, and it's like people are just so scared, like, my kids turning down trans, I won't support them. It's like, really? It's like, so you're telling me that you can't handle your own child coming out as their true selves? And then trying to, express themselves with makeup or growing out their hair or saving their hair or whatever it is that makes them feel themselves and comfortable in their own skin, right? But it's like, if you're really that upset about, the literal 1% of the population, then it's not really, that's the issue. It's, it's the person that's being spiteful and being judgmental, because no one deserves to be treated that way at all. Like, no one deserves to be treated in any way, shape, or form. But it's like, if you really need to treat others with hate because of their like gender identity, then that's not on the person for having different gender identity and sexual orientation or being different. Like, that's on them, and that's why like we don't stand for any hate of or being homophobic, transphobic, or disrespectfulness of any kind, because on this channel, on this platform, I want to be able to grow a community that's friendly, respectful, and understanding. Like, it just makes zero sense to be like, I can't believe that you're different. I'm gonna make fun of you for that. And the fact, and me be like, I can't believe that you suck at this. It's like, okay, but like, everyone sucked at, it's bad at, something, stuff like that. Like, it makes zero sense to be upset about something that someone's trying the best to improve at. Like, that was generally annoying me. And yeah, like, people need to learn that people try the absolute best to, to be good at whatever it is that they want to be good at, like coding, or being good at Brawlhalla, or being good at PvP in Minecraft, whatever it is, right? Like, it makes no sense to be this spiteful person over the fact that people are just not as good as you or good as someone else at something. Everyone learns at their own pace. And if people want to just be toxic and hate you about it, then you know, we'll just tell them just to like fuck off and just be like, hey, can you please stop? Because if that doesn't happen, then you have every right to call the authorities on them. Be like, hey, I told this person to stop, and you know they're not really stopping, and you have every right to call 911 and stuff like every right. Like if you've been targeted at school for your identity, then usually ask for help. But like I know that school sometimes doesn't support people who are LGBTQIA plus for whatever reason. They just don't. And it's quite a sad thing to hear and to be like, oh. But it's like really? It's like really. It's kind of weird how people just automatically assume that, you know, it's obviously fine to be toxic toward others, but it's really not, because it's like you're only gonna bring yourself down, make people not really like you as much. Like, there's really no point of being this this person at all. Like no one wants to hang out with someone that's gonna be toxic all the time. Like, no one wants to be like, yeah, I'm gonna hang out with this person who's gonna be toxic, unless that's their friend group, then that needs to be fixed, because then that can lead to issues, like jail time, and just lots of other stuff. And it's like, if you enjoy being toxic towards people, you need to take help. Like, there's no way that you actually enjoy doing that. Unless if like something that you actually enjoy doing, because it's like, because at that point it's like, really? It's like, you do know that life isn't about being the same and trying to, you know, fit in all the time. It's trying to fit in all the time is tiring as hell. Tiring. Instead of no. Like, straight up. Like, no one wants that. Like, no one wants that for one. So yeah, like, no one really wants to really deal with that for one, because like it makes no sense to be the type of person to be like, today I feel like being the toxic person. It's like, if you really need to be the toxic person inside your friend group, then that's saying something. But it's like, it makes no sense. But it's like, if you really need to be, then yeah, like it legit does not make any sense whatsoever to be this this toxic type of person at all. Like, it's something that kind of drives me nuts at times. And that we're starting to be looking forward to that at all. Like straight up. Like, something that like people need to learn to like change for the better. Because like, if people think that it's fine to be this rude individual thinking that, oh, it's fine to be hateful. Like, I don't get why people think it's so funny to make others feel unsafe. To feel unsafe in their surroundings. Like, it makes zero sense at all. Like it makes zero sense. Like, if you're just gonna be that type of person, be like, yeah, let me just make people feel unsafe. Because you know, I love to be that type of person. Then like really like think about how you wouldn't like to feel unsafe and stuff like that. It's like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom. And yeah, like people should try to be way more nicer about people than being toxic. Like, there's literal no reason to be hateful. Like, it's really not. Like, if you just gonna be such spiteful type of person, then honestly, like, I have no idea. Like, yeah, like what to really say. Because it makes like zero sense for one to be this toxic of a person to be like, oh, so let me just real quick just be toxic towards people because of the fact that they can't help it something that, you know, they're trying their best to improve at. It's like at that point it's like why does it matter to you so much if someone's bad at something? Like, it makes zero sense. Something that like I feel like people need to really learn not to be is this toxic type of, you know, thing where people just gonna assume based on whatever that it just doesn't make any sense at all. Like, I just wish that, people were just more understanding of others, but looks like not at times. It's like it is annoying at times, and like you try to be this understandable type of person, and then like they use that against the this to be this toxic type of person to be like, yeah, look at me. I love to be, this toxic type of person because like what makes me feel happy. And it's like, really? Like, like, it's like, okay. Like, and yeah. So I feel like that's all I really wanted to talk about today. Because I literally had no plan. I recorded the same thing like several times over. And yeah. So if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and don't forget to join Discord down below. Join the community Discord down below, and our community Blue Sky should also be linked down below. And yeah, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. Because I know the video's like 52 minutes long, and there's a lot of things to say, pretty much. And yeah, hopefully this video taught you something, or I don't know, something. And yeah, I catch you all in the next one. See ya. And don't forget to comment down below what video I should do next. And yeah, catch you all in the next one. See ya.